What's good? Uh, yeah, I'm Heatley. If you didn't know, my me last race. We got FRX still, what a legend. And
Yeah, hi everyone.
the race here, Sander. I see cool dudes, fast dudes, Norwegian, British, and yeah, gonna have a nice, cool race again. This one is gonna be our winners round 2. So both of these guys have not lost yet. Sander knocked me down to the losers in the first round, and I think Noodles knocked down Picasa. So both these guys on a win streak already, and yeah, looking to continue that going forwards. So still warming up here a little bit. Sander not quite entered the race room yet. I think he's trying to figure out the login to the race time. So hopefully he can get that figured out in the next couple minutes here, and then be off. So I guess we can provide a little background on the runners if you did not already know who they are. Sander has been in the community for quite a long time. I think he said 6 years now, and he just got his first 22, I think, yesterday. So yeah, big ups on him. Big achievement yesterday for him. And yeah, just grooving. Always been like a consistently pretty good runner. So looking to see good things from him, continue his form. And Noodles is like one of the best guys we've had. Many times world record holder, especially in like the 22 age, fast 8-2 age. He's very good and very consistent as well in races, which is going to be key for this one. And yeah, so definitely Noodles is the favorite, but Sanders already upset me, so maybe he'll get another upset.
Yeah, everything can happen in these kind of runs.
Yeah, although it's going to be a little bit harder for him this time because today is a best of 3. We're going to have at least 2 matches. First 1 to 2 wins the match. And yeah, the way Sander knocked me out last time was a single game. So he's going to have to win at least 2 off Noodles, which is probably pretty hard given that how consistent Noodles is. And I saw your message in chat. It's all right. You're new to this game. We're going to run you through it, try to bring you through all the technical aspects, make you know a little bit of what's going on, and yeah, hopefully have a fun time.
Yeah, there are many cool strats in the game, so you won't be disappointed.
Okay, Sander just logged in. Gonna take a minute to breathe, and then say he'll be ready to go. So. Oh, my internet's trash. I'll be back 1 second.
Okay, so the race will start in a few seconds, so wish good luck to the runners, and let's go for the race. So there is a little delay, but it may be corrected. So we can have a perfect synchronization between the two races.
Okay, I'm back now. Oh, they start.
Yep.
Sweet.
So yeah, we can see now we have a perfect synchronization. So we will directly see if someone is making mistakes, what are the impact on in terms of time on the run.
Did you happen to catch Sander's toad pattern? I didn't see if he went for a mini or not.
I don't know. I don't have the information.
Okay. Ooh, Sander. Uh-oh. That was a weird mistake. So what happened there is, you might have seen on Noodles' screen, he went for a triple jump to get over that Koopa to clear the stairs easily, but somehow Sander did not get a triple jump, probably nerves. That might affect his blue shell coming in here. I don't know if he explained Manip or not, but hopefully Sander is on... Okay, yeah, he's on the secondary Manip. So yeah, he's still guaranteed a shell. If he was on Noodles' Manip, he would not have gotten that shell. But nice QSGs from both of them, and good to see they both get their shells there. So if you didn't know, we actually manipulated RNG before the game even started the Sander with a little slip there, but that's fine. So we set the date and time to a specific thing for each console, and that will change actually how the RNG plays out throughout the run. So we set it to a very specific value that loops the RNG in a cycle of 8 values. So it'll only ever be on 8 RNG seeds, making those weird patterns you saw maybe in 1-2 in the rocks. But what that'll do for us is it helped them get the shell in 1-2, which is very important for the next level because we'll need it for a skip. And it'll continue to help them with various RNG things throughout the run, and we'll touch on this later. But task cycle here, very tough trick. Ooh,
And Sander missed it. So he
Yeah,
could not get the first cycle of the tour.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that loses him around 7 seconds. So
Yeah, it's around this time.
yeah, so not something you really want to do against Noodles, given how consistent he is. But Noodles with a small mistake, try to hit 2 blocks at once, only hit 1, had to go for a backup. Kind of slow,
Yeah.
but...
Let's see if Sanders gets it at the first time. And yeah, he got it first time. And it's also like the previous run. We can see that the two runners don't break the same blocks. So it's just a question of usage. There is no influence on the time. It's need to notice the different visual cues according to the runners.
Yeah, it's just really preference. I think Noodles is still on the his mini minute. We'll be able to see after this level, and probably during it if he goes for QSG.
Yeah, he was training it just before the run, so it's probably the case. So to explain the mini route in a few phrases, there will be a level which is the ghost house of the World 5, where there is a very long sequence with an elevator, and with a mini shroom, you can wall kicks on the jumps of the elevator, and you can skip the section. So what you want is getting a mini mushroom at the ghost house in order to skip the elevator section. But you also want a blue shell in the inventory, so you can get a blue shell again after the elevator section. And that's what Spicy Noodle gets here. He gets a blue shell backup in the inventory. And so if he gets a mini mushroom in the ghost house, he will be able to transfer back in blue shell after the level. And this enables to save, I think you have the exact information, you play, like 15 seconds maybe.
It's over 10 if you do it well. It depends runner to runner because the movement is very tough. So how fast you actually do Ghost House would change how much time you save. But yeah, it's a very sizable chunk, and if you can get it, which he's on pace to do right now, that's gonna help him a lot. But I mean, the technical stuff to get this manip working is actually kind of insane. It's impossible for me to explain what's going on right now. But essentially, he's been needing to do various like 2 and 3 frame tricks and finishing levels within like 10 frames of a target goal to keep manip. Misses QSG there. Gets hyperspeed though. He'll be fine. Misses QSG again.
You'll probably have to wait for the 266. We'll see.
Yeah, that's marginal right here. Yeah, it has to wait. So the reason why he waited there?
Yes.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, let's go.
Okay. Sander close. If you get 266 on the timer, or any last 2 repeating digits, so like a 255 or a 133 or something, you're going to get some fireworks in the level, and that's going to be really slow. And additionally, it's going to scroll the screen left afterwards to look at a mushroom house, which is like 5-10 seconds time loss. Oh, that's so unlucky. Oh man. So small thing about the mini manip, it's technically like guaranteed to get up to that point with the mini manip, but that hammer bro has a 3/4 chance of giving you the correct mini mushroom and a 1/4 chance of giving you a fire flower. And News just got super unlucky there, picked up a fire flower instead of the mini mushroom he was aiming for. So all that mini route stuff that he's been doing very, very subtly throughout the run, it's pretty much useless just because he got unlucky. So that can happen sometimes. Happened to me in my second race, I think, today. And it's just the bane of our existence, man. You get there and it feels like it happens like half the time. It's very cruel. Just unlucky, not able to get his mini manip going.
And fortunately for Sander, the fact for Noodles to not get mini mushroom will tighten a bit the gap. So Sander is still very close of Noodles for the time being.
Yeah, I think if Noodles gets that, he's potentially 20 seconds ahead, but it looked to me he's only 8 or so. Yeah, 7, 8.
Yeah, something like that. We can see with the cannon, for instance.
Yeah. Noodles is consistent enough, though. I think we'll probably be able to see another mini route later on. Just have to hope he gets it. 8-minute world 5, though. That's pretty good, pretty standard for a race. Sander with 8:06, so 6-second gap between them. And this level here, it looks really scary. Like these crows, they seem basically random, but they're actually deterministic based on your Y height. So if you do the same jumps throughout the entire level, the crows will actually do the exact same thing. So if you stay consistent with your movement, it's easy. But if you don't, it gets really bad really quickly because the crows will just run at you and you don't really have any idea what they're doing. Both runners threw well, though. Sander with some scuff stuff at the end of the level there. I don't know what that was, but
and also we saw Sander not turning on the flag, and it's actually a bit slower that not turning because you have not the animation of Mario or Luigi turning after the flag. So that's why the runners turn left when they go on the flag.
Noodles going for fast A2 first. Oh man, that is spicy. Spicy for the spicy noodle man.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive. Sander also going for it.
Yeah. Rip.
Wow.
He missed the 2 attempts. So this trick is a frame perfect trick, so it's very, very hard to execute. So that's why the runners only attempt a few times, like 2 or 3 times, and if they don't get it, they just do the usual way because it's very hard to get, and you can lose a lot of time.
Yeah, if you get it first try, like Noodles did there, it can save it up to 7 seconds. But obviously, each time you try and miss, that's going to cost you about 1 or 2. And by the time you've done 4 tries, you're about breaking even. So really big on Noodles to get that first try there. And it's actually less than frame perfect because you have to get the setup perfectly right to even allow it to happen, which is way harder than it looks like.
It's even faster. It's even harder than a frame perfect.
Yeah, plus there's no visual cue, so it's like it's a really deceptively hard trick, and it's really awkward. I mean, it's just like one of the hardest frame perfect tricks you'll find. But really nice 8 tower for Noodles there. Get cycle skip. Sander going for cycle skip here. Nice, little easier version, but we take it. Ah,
And Sander misses a cycle because of a
yeah,
missed.
that's kind of weird.
And he loses
Ooh.
shell, but he
Oh,
can
but
directly use the backup shell, so it's okay. I think it would have been safer to use backup shell in 8-3.
maybe, because then you
But
don't have to worry about losing it on this fight, but he gets the kill.
yeah,
Anyways.
but Sander must be confident enough since it's pretty easy to get the timing if you run a lot the game. And
Yeah.
Spicy Noodles going for the damage boost, so he takes intentional damage to be faster on the heal section, and then he just take the blue shell backup, and it also enables the inventory to be empty, and then he can get a fire floor.
I'm sad I didn't remember to do that in my race. I
Yeah.
played around with the blue shell a lot and it was really sad. But yeah, Noodles too smart. Getting nice damage boosts.
Yeah, we can see
Wonder
we can see all the optimization of Noodles, who is now very experimented on the game. And yeah, Helix also
he's
did
been
this
running
damage
for-
boost on the previous run.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't save nearly as much as I thought it. I guess because the power up state transition, you have that little animation of him like flickering from power up state to power up state. Between the 2 power up state losses, that will be about a second. So he probably saved 0.5 seconds in movement time, but after those power up state transitions, it'll be only about 0.5 seconds of time saved overall. So that's kind of interesting.
And we can see Spicy Noodles avoiding the pixel stop by shooting a fire instead of crouching.
So yeah, what the pixel stops are is if you land on a vertically moving platform and get unlucky, or you land on the exact corner of a block, all of your momentum will just be completely stopped. So that's like really bad, and it can mess you up really bad in this level specifically. You see Sander also crouching. A little mistake there, but he's fine to avoid that because the animation will actually cancel the pixel stop, which is really cool. Tight trick coming up here for Noodles. It's a 3-frame crouch off the edge. Of course he gets it, easy. If he doesn't, though, you could definitely fall into the lava there and take a death, which would really not be good. But Noodles is on a very nice run so far. He didn't get Moon in it, but the rest is
World
like
8 is very clean.
uber fast.
Early game was not that fast compared to what he's able to do, but his World 8 is very good, especially with the first attempt fast A2. So that's the double shell jump. And Thunder also gets the 3 frames crouching on the platform. So he's matching Spicy Noodles on this level.
Yeah, Sander actually on like a really good time for him. He's definitely on 22 pace, which is PB pace for him. But Noodles is just going off. So like when Noodles is feeling himself, you just can't stop him. So yeah, 1446 split for Noodles. I want to say that's 4x pace, like low 4x pace. 22 4x, that is.
Yeah, he It's even sub 2240 because when you got the 2240 just before, you were like at 15 minutes, I think, when you enter 8.5. So Noodles is like 5 seconds ahead of 2240 if he does a very good gauntlet. So that's a very, very huge pace, especially for race.
Yeah, he's going crazy. Sander through 8.5 now. Looks pretty tricky. Probably isn't unless you're in a race, in which case it's the trickiest level. But yeah, pretty simple level. 8.6 though, definitely not a simple level. This is, I would say, the most technical level in the run. You'll see a lot of fires being shot. That's going to help his acceleration very slightly. Gain like a frame or two each time with crouches through there. Never seen that before. That's probably fast. This is that little strat, gets caught up in there, but he's actually going pretty fast still. Going for triple crouch storage does not keep it. And slides off. Okay. Well, that was a very well done until he just kind of missed the cannon. He was probably on like 370 pace, which is really nice for the level. Let's see what Sander can do here.
He can actually be a bit faster, even with this mistake.
That spring is actually deceptively hard. The first spring, that is.
And yeah, he will be faster, I think. Yeah, okay. It will be 67, I think.
Yeah.
And during this time, Spicy Noodles grabbing the star, which enables to run way faster on flat ground.
His movement is so clean. It's very impressive. Getting the mid to high 61 there with the new strat that allows you to go over the top of the level. That's actually like a little more free than it used to be. Sander missing fire hops. And oh, I think he actually made like a mental mistake there because he jumped off of the lower ledge to get onto the top ledge, but he shot a fireball while doing that, which actually cancels the ledge grab animation, like it does with pixel stops. Fireballs cancel animations. So that did not allow him to grab onto the ledge, and he just kind of slipped.
Oh, really? He falls again. And Sander is now in low percent, which is the category where you don't use any power-ups, because he decided to not grab the mushroom at the beginning of the level. Okay, now he grabs it. He waits for the red Koopa for safety. Okay, rip. Let's see.
And while he's doing that, Noodles going for PBW here. Really tough trick. Gets it, of course. Yeah. It's actually kind of frame lenient. Like it's I want to say it's a 3 or 4 frame lenient trick if you do it right. But the movements.
Oh no.
Oh, that's such a sad. The pipes in this game are pretty unforgiving. You can press down and just not go in it. So that's why Noodles slipped earlier, and that's why Sander slipped there. So Sander with a big time deficit to Noodles now. But as I was saying earlier, the PPW trick that Noodles just did to skip ahead with the snake block, it's kind of frame lenient, but you have to do like 10 inputs in like half a second. It's just so awkward with the hands, like it makes it really tough. But Noodles just chilling, bro. It's not 10 inputs, it's like 7 or something. But you know, it's really wacky. Oh, Sander. All right.
Yeah,
what happened?
He's obviously a bit breaking down the end of the run because he did some major mistakes. Let's hope it won't affect the other runs just after. He needs to stay focused in spite of the first run.
I think mentally you just gotta like give up on this run and just prepare for the next one. I think this is probably not you can't come back from this unless Noodles slips here, but he's fine. He's not doing that. Ooh. Oh, lost FRX. Oh, he's back. Hello. So yeah, Nood's getting through. Easy junior kill. Just shoot him with fireballs. Pretty free. And he'll be heading into the final level on really nice pace. I'll be able to tell what he's expected to get here in a second. Wow, okay, yeah. So on like 22-3, like 36 pace. Maybe 22-37 pace. So really fast for Noodles. Gonna see a 3x here maybe if he hooks up a nice castle. Sander not opting for PVW. Probably the right move at this point. It's not gonna win, so just keep everything consistent. Get to the end of the race. Pretty awkward room there. You get a ground pound cancel into a tight switch jump. And here he's actually gonna scroll right to manipulate the fire bars to not come and hit him at the right time. So these fire bars like go away right before he gets to there. Sander with his death warp. Welcome back, FRX. And Noodles with a quick little wall kick there. He actually found that, so good on him. 65 door is optimal there. And yeah, he's on for a nice ghost house, or not ghost house, Bowser's Castle. This room is the scariest part though. You're small, there's swamps, gotta jump through this one block gap, basically. And then this switch jumps really hard, really well done. Ah, unlucky though.
And now Spicy Noodles will get the checkpoint. So even if he dies on the final jump, he will still be ahead of Sander.
Yeah, so really not a lot of errors there. So Noodles is definitely on 22-3x pace. Crazy good for a first run. And another subtle thing he'll do here, he's actually going to scroll left. And if you don't do that on Super Minute, then Bowser Jr. will just kind of stare at you for a little bit. Or he's scrolling right, but whatever. Oh, he's scrolling left, whatever. Yeah, so Bowser Jr. immediately saw him as he got there. If you don't scroll, for some reason, he just does not do that. Which is kind of weird. Done this fight pretty easy, if you're not me.
And he gets a 22-48-38, sorry.
0.5.
So he split it a bit late.
Either way, 22-3x in a race is just, bro, like, dang. That's just crazy. All right. I'm gonna take a little look at the world record history here. I want to see at what point that would have been world record, because it would not have been too long ago, I don't think. Yeah, that would have been world record in June 2020. So, like, okay, I guess that's like, still crazy. Like, the game's evolved like a lot, technically, to shave off another 20-30 seconds almost, but current world record now is 22:11 by Josh. Yeah, 22:38. Very nice. GG's on the first race. Yeah, that was the first run of our best of 3. So Nudes takes the first game. If he wins the next game, he wins the match. And if Sander wins the next game, he'll play a third game and determine the winner.
Sander dying in the very last room before the checkpoint, so he has to do all the level again.
Oh, I was watching the Twitch stream. Oops, I was way behind. Oops. Yeah, that's rough though. At this point, yeah, you just gotta get there.
At this point, it's just discouraging, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, because his run was like, ooh, watch out. His run was actually like really nice up until he
Yeah, eight
started
six.
dying.
I know it was 8-7 actually.
Yeah, it just kind of fell apart after that. But he might have been even on for PB pace, I think. Like it would have been marginal after like 8 castle, but he was definitely at least close to it. So nice showing from Sander before kind of breaking down, but if he can show some more of that pace and hope Noodles makes a few mistakes, you know, he could still be in it. But that's on him to prove, so we'll see if he can do that.
And this time you will get the checkpoint.
We're not that high tech, Andre. We take what we're given. Speedgaming did a nice job getting us these stars. I think they just use it for like probably all the Mario games. Shoutouts to Sigma, by the way. One of the Speedgaming staff, bro, does like every single race. He's like always online, so I don't know how he does it, but shout out to him. Always cropping everything, syncing us up. So big ups to Speedgaming, big ups to Sigma.
Yeah, Sigma the chat.
I think yesterday he had to do like there was like 7 or 8 things going on at the same time. So he was managing like 6 matches at once, which is kind of wild. There you go, Sander.
And 2640, so yeah, GG to the runners.
Yeah, definitely not the time that Sander would have wanted, but he's shown good pace through the early game, so if he can replicate that, I think we'll be on for another good one.
Yeah.
Just needs to keep it tight through Gauntlet, that being the last like 4 or 5 levels. Definitely a run killer. I don't know, Andre, why don't you tell us? Alright, so there's game 1, switch back to Noodles. And runners will be getting set up here. I guess I should get another match room. And we might be off next couple minutes at least. Or
Oh, did anyone save during the run?
I think Noodles actually did.
Yeah, he was erasing a file, so yeah, he must have been saved during the run.
Oops. Yeah, so saving obviously not good because just random time loss. The menu can be kind of difficult to like close very quickly, so occasionally someone will just accidentally save and lose like 4 seconds. Probably that was probably Nude's biggest time loss, other than just getting unlucky with mini minute. Crazy. Oh. We got a new room. So after they're done practicing what they want to, we'll be off for a bit. Interesting that Noodles is practicing 1 tower. That's kind of it's definitely a tough level, so makes somewhat sort of sense. But it's so early in the game that you get a lot of practice on it anyways, just from doing runs. So kind of interesting that he's practicing now, but whatever he feels he needs. For further context, I guess you should also run through like what happens if they win or lose. So obviously the winner is going to move on to winners round 3, which would be the winners semifinals against Glitch, another many-time world record holder. Nudes versus Glitch, typically like the 1-2 seed, but Josh has shown up recently and claimed that for himself. So big ups to Josh. But yeah, that's gonna be a really good match if Noodles does advance here with a second win. And the loser is gonna go obviously down to the losers bracket and play our boy Pablo Diaz, very good runner in his own right. He's our 9 seed, Sanders our 11, and Noodles our 3rd seed today. So good stuff to look forward to. And yeah, runners all set to go. Like to see them off in the next minute here. Oh, or a couple seconds. Nice.
And yeah, let's go for the second race.
Yeah, Andre got it right, dude. News is like so scary in a race because if you play like, let's say Glitch, like he will get a 22 2x every so often and you just can't do anything, but he also will make some mistakes and get like a mid 23 or 24 sometimes, and Nudes just does not seem to do that. He's just like consistent. Glitch is maybe arguably faster at some points, but Nudes will just consistently bang out like 3x's and 4x's, and maybe a 22 5x occasionally if he's having a bad day. Like
but they getting a 22 4x.
Yeah. And then Sanders PV, I think he got, what did he get? 2254 something? 2253, sorry. So yeah, if Newts pulls out another 4x or 3x, like that's better than Sanders PB. So it's game over at that point. Two shots, nice. Oh, missed QSG, but he gets it on the second try.
Yeah, he got the backup. So
I don't think we explained that the first time.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
QSG is a manipulation which enables to be a bit faster in shell because you are actually slower than running when you are sliding in shell. So what you can do is the QSG, which is quick slide glitch, which enables to have normal speed. So, and to do the manipulation, you need to do some inputs on the edge of the block. So it's not the hardest trick, but still needs some training.
It'll save a second or two. Task cycle here, both of them getting it nicely done. I noticed Nudes blocked though in one tower means he did not get mini-net properly. So if he does want to go for mini-net, he'll have to get it randomly. Woo!
Nudes missing one cycle, so. Oh,
yes. Oh my gosh, this dude. So yeah, getting a. I think there's an easier setup for that one, but yeah, jumping in the middle of the air after exiting the door, just ultra swag on his part, but just not touching the flag. Nude's having some like.
Yeah, Nude's actually dropping many times on this level.
Yeah, he lost like 5 seconds there just from movement. So I didn't see anything like that last race, but some chink showing in his armor right now. So yeah, Sander with the lead coming out of World 1. Nude's not even on mini-minute, so he doesn't have an advantage there. So yeah, Sander was just an outright lead at this point of like 3 seconds. So on this level, if you do QSG, you'll actually probably get fireworks with the 66, unless you slow down. Nudes did slow down to do it, which is kind of cool. So he will not be getting fireworks. So we typically opt to just do unmorphs and double jumps in here, like Sander's doing. unmorph being staying out of shell, because that's faster than sliding in shell. And I'll get a 65 there, right under 66. And Nudes just straight up did QSG anyways, because that's what he's used to. So that works too, I guess. Typically you do QSG to get a very consistent time for the mini manipulation, but Nude's not on the manipulation right now.
And yeah, but both of the runners did not get the red block on 5-2.
That's really weird
And
for Sander, right?
they're
He's
both
on
going
the,
to do a QSG again.
yeah, nicely done. Because usually with the normal super minute, you're basically guaranteed to get the red block to 5-2, but it went to 5-8 for Sanders, so a little unlucky that he won't be able to pick up a backup shell if he wanted it, but ultimately not that big of an issue. And another 65 right below the 66 that would give you fireworks, so nicely done from both of them. Ooh. Sander has to deal with this hammer, bro, though. It can be a little tricky. There's consistent ways to do it. He's opting for QSG. Okay, that's one way of doing things. QSG will get you the firework skip, but hyperspeed is technically faster as Nude goes for it. If he can chain frame perfect jumps, he can keep a lot of speed. Looking good. That's at least like 2 of them. I think he missed it after that point. And a QSG. Nicely done from Nudes. So he'll be saving a little time. Probably looking at like a 269 on the clock. Maybe a 270. Nah. 268. Okay.
That's where you see that QSG is very useful. Very useful money because it's used in a lot of levels.
Yeah, if you don't do QSG there, you can still get a 67, but you'll be a lot closer to 66, which will obviously give you the fireworks. All right, let's see these Ghost House. Nude is really good at Ghost House, but Sanders also grinding away at it. Missed ground pound cancel. Got to deal with that bruiser. And Nude takes the lead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's going to skip fireworks here, I think. Nude's entered the door on a 78, which usually the fastest most people can do is a 77 door entry, which would end up getting you a 333 at the final time of the flagpole, which would give you fireworks. But Nudes was like barely fast enough to get a 78 on that door, which typically allows you to get a 334 on the clock, skipping fireworks and saving a second over someone who has to wait for 332. So very nice execution from Noodles to get fireworks skip here. Saving a sizable chunk over Sander there.
Yeah. 8 IGT of difference between the two owners. Which
is 6 seconds real time, because the IGTs aren't actually a second, they're like 0.75 seconds. So that's kind of silly. And we'll be getting very similar split times to what we got last time. Nudes with the 801 this time, Sander with the 802, so we're basically tied. Had an 8 and an 806 last time. Both snaking their way through the crows, each with their own different movements, but they're consistent within those. So the crows are where they expect them to be. And both threw very nicely. Woo. Sander with an accidental space hop. Or I guess you call it an air jump if you fall off the edge of the block. But can't really go into that. That's too much technical stuff. All right, this is going to be really big. 8-2, typically very large swinger of races. If Nudes can get what he did last time with the first try, he could take a massive lead here. Or if Sander gets something really, really quick, he can maybe pull a surprise lead. Let's see how they do.
Whoa. Second attempt for Nudes. And unfortunately, Sander does not get it.
Yeah, so I think that's 7 seconds of time saved for Newts because he took 2 tries and got it. Meanwhile, Sander took 2 tries and didn't get it, so you have to take the normal route, which is about 7 or so seconds. Barely avoiding fireworks there for Newts. Nicely done.
And we can now see the gap. Just because of the double shell jump between the two owners.
Did you catch the time between them?
No, I didn't. I'll see.
Wow, Nudes with a double pixel stop on the spikes. If he's like 1 or 2 pixels closer to the spikes, he just gets hit by them. So really precise movement there. Scary movement. Gonna miss a
There
cycle here,
is.
though, I think.
There are 10 seconds between the two owners.
Wow, good info. Gonna be more though, because Sander missing cycle skip.
Yep. Oh, and he loses the shell.
Oh no.
Okay, it was. Oh no. Classic. This is a classic mistake when you want to take a power up there.
just lost it in the little cavity.
Like,
Oh, no.
Okay. He gets hit by the shell, the spiny shell.
Yeah, that fight is deceptively hard. You actually have, I think, 4 frames to hit him before he gets in his shell, so you have to be very quick in that. And Sander was not quick enough, so he got into his shell and stabbed him. So really, really big swing there. Sander with a lot of mistakes that just compounded. Now going to go for his second kill. Hopefully this one's good. Oh, taking it slow. Safe strats.
Yeah. Play it safe. He was very close of getting hit by the fire.
Yeah, so Nudes now with the commanding lead, and what we weren't able to see earlier is we keep the blue shell through to 8-3 for a very specific reason. You go very fast horizontally in the blue shell in water, and Sander is not going to have that luxury. You swim very slowly left and right if you do not have the blue shell in water. So he's actually going to lose like a guaranteed like 7 seconds? I don't actually remember how much. 7-ish seconds from not having blue shell here. So that's kind of not cool. And of course, Sander getting rid of his blue shell on purpose there because we don't really need it throughout the rest of the run. No more water levels.
And blue shell is even binding in some gauntlets level.
Yeah. Technically, the shell is actually faster to keep because it's so broken. You remember 8-2 when we jumped in the midair, little Noodles did? If you're precise enough, you can do that double frame perfectly, basically anywhere with the shell. So you can get a bunch of double jumps, and that's actually faster task-wise, because the task can just do that at will. And there's some other cool tricks that are basically task only that you can do with the shell. So task is actually faster to keep, theoretically, the shell theoretically. So that's kind of interesting. But for humans, it's not really. Used to be, but new discoveries made it slower again.
And also with shell you can get what we call star QSG, which is a QSG but by getting the speed of a Mario running with a star, so it's a very, very fast QSG.
Yeah, that thing, star QSG is so like beautiful to look at.
Yeah, very beautiful trick. And this can be done in 8-7, for instance.
Yeah. But the reason that runners went back to throwing away their shell is because of PBW, which we saw Nudes do earlier in 8 Tower 2, where he skipped ahead of the snake block. That was thought to be impossible with fire, but we found the setup with the ground pound at the end, which actually gets us enough height to skip ahead. So before we discovered that, it was actually faster to try to do it with a shell and do that double frame perfect jump at the very end of the run. And if you miss the double frame perfect jump, he runs over. So not many people had very much success with that. J-Dude was really the only one to do well with that one. So I'm glad that fire is back and we don't have to deal with all the shell shenanigans.
Yes, that was crazy.
Yeah. 8-5 here. Relatively trivial level. Should see him get through that well. Just a lot of fireball shooting and jumping and stuff. Sander also getting through nicely through 8 Castle. Actually, the power-up route history of this game is actually really interesting. The first ever couple of runs were done basically with what route we have now, but there were obviously a lot less techniques to do it with. And then Walrus came around and decided, you know, I'm going to take the shell for safety, and it became a lot faster just to get through the run a lot safer. And then we went back to fire because we got faster with fire again, but then the double jump was discovered in 8 Tower 2, so we went back to shell. But then we rediscovered that fire could do the double jump thing, but easier. So we went back to fire. So it's really, really interesting road arc history in this game. News with a good 8-6 so far. Ooh, tight through the spines.
And Spicy Noodles getting very fast 8-6 thanks to triple jump storage, which enables to skip the cannon at the pipe actually.
Yeah, so to get that triple jump storage, he actually had to do a double jump and then hold a crouch, which stores the height of his triple jump in his next jump. So little programming error on the developer's part there, but allows us to keep a triple jump to places we might not usually use it. Like the next thing that Noose is about to do here, he's going to do a double jump right here, and then hold the triple jump storage so we can get over that block right there and skip the going down part. It's like barely anything, but it's quite cool. And that was only recently discovered, actually, that specific one. Yeah, as Aushlin just pointed out, yeah, a lot of tiny technical things in this game that you really cannot notice unless you're looking for them. It's a really cool speedrun. You should try it out if you have the means. Very beginner friendly as well. Sander taking a hit. Uh-oh. Should be fine, but that's, you don't really want to see that. Having to slow down to avoid fireworks. So now Nude's coming up on PBW again. His first try looked really good last race, and he's been very consistent at it. So if I had to put my money somewhere, I would guess that he goes for it and gets it. But definitely not an easy trick at all.
He goes for it. And he gets it again.
Very nicely done. And yeah, killing himself there as he gets the checkpoint to warp the snake block ahead and save around about 14 seconds over no death warp at all. There's a slower version you can do that only saves 7 seconds, but yeah. Is the double jump stored through pipe transitions? That's a Noodles question. He's the double jump king, or the stored triple jump TSJ. He knows all the theory on that way better than I do, but if I had to guess, I would say it does not. You don't keep your double jump through a pipe. Good question, though. Ooh, Sander missing his star ball. So another small thing, the super minute that we do, well, it's called super minute because the guy named Super basically implemented it. But one tiny thing it does, those rocks that fall down in 8-8 are actually completely random if you don't manipulate RNG. But the way we do it, it most of the time gives us good rocks. So that and keeping the overworld, like Hammer Bro and Red Block, moving the right ways are another like knock-on effects of super manip. Sander misses his item box there.
Yeah, so he can do the manip, the skip.
Yeah. And what's really important about manipulating the item boxes in Hammer Bros specifically in World 8, Sander had a little mistake there. He's fine, but that was kind of scary. Is that there's a really big bridge between 8 Castle and 8-5, if you remember. You had to walk across that, and it took like about 2 seconds to cross. But if the enemies just go the wrong way, they can cross that themselves. And if they cross it enough, like it's like 2 or 3 seconds each time. So if they cross that even a single time in your PB, that's like a massive time loss. So you really hate to see that. So the new manip actually fixes that, and they should never cross theoretically, unless you die like 5 times. Like someone did that recently in the race. I forget who did. So Noodles showing off some more triple jump storage there, kind of hidden. But yeah, nicely done. Through that room quickly, through this room rather quickly as well. And he's really just gotta like play it safe for the rest of the run. I don't think he's going to, but as long as he doesn't die here, should be on for his second dub of this match, and he will go on to knock Sander down to the loser's bracket.
And Noodles is once again on a very, very good pace.
Yeah. Do you know? I actually am terrible at timing these things. He's got to be at least like 4 XP. Yeah, I actually don't know, but if I had to put a number on it, he's in somewhere 22 4x range, which again would beat Sanders' PB. So like, I mean, what can Sander do if he gets his PB beaten twice in his races? You know.
Sander is more likely on 24 pace.
Oh my god, he's on mid 3x pace. That's wild.
2244, okay.
Jeez, dude. Alright, that's why Noodles is so dang scary. Bro just pulls out 222 3x.
Is that the record of the tourney? What was the time of glitch?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's not the race world record. That's 22:18 by glitch. But for this tourney, that may be the best run so far.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have no clue actually.
So in one afternoon we got 22:40, 22:38, and 22:34.
Yeah,
So
wow. I got 3 attempts in it, and I didn't even beat one of News's times. He's so good.
we got some incredible runs. Now let's wait for Sander. He will normally get the checkpoint. So it will be a bit better than the first turn, but unfortunately this is not the time he was probably expecting.
Yeah, I think anything lost the tournament. So unfortunate for him.
and he gets it 24-31. Unfortunately, this won't be enough to defeat Spicy Noodles, which was terrifying today with very, very hard runs to beat. GG to both of the runners. And so we will have a match, Spicy Noodles versus Glitchman. And at the opposite, Sanderi is sent into the bracket against Pablo Diaz. So yeah, we will have some other pretty good matches coming soon. So yeah, let's see if the runners want to do an interview. Hi, Sander. Hello. So, what's up with the races?
No, I just too nervous. I kept shaking since like 1-1 from the first race. I'm not really good at being watched while playing. But like I'm happy. I got a PB yesterday and like I didn't really care about how it would go today. And I'm just happy to join and seeing Nudes beat my PB twice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a chance anyway. But like the last run was okay. I didn't mind. The first one, yeah, when I died once, my nerves took over, sadly.
But
Tragic.
it's also thanks to this kind of races that you gain a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Were you on PV pace, or at least close to it, at the first race at least?
20 seconds behind.
Oh, okay.
So,
Never mind.
So no, I could have maybe saved like 10 seconds over my PB with golds.
Oh, you got a bad ending in your PV.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, Glitch he even beat my sum of bests twice. So no, I mean Nudes. Sorry, my bad. But still, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you keep that consistency through so much. It's wild.
Yeah.
Oops. Wonder
Oh,
if
that's crazy.
trying to see if Nudes maybe did not get his invite.
Yeah, I sent him a link if he wants to join.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Usually he joins these. Oh, there he is. Hello.
Hello.
Nudes,
Hello.
my man. How?
Roaming.
So, satisfying performance, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG Nudes.
Crazy.
Insane.
Yeah. Nice races there.
Yeah, at least from one of us. True.
I mean, you did well until just those levels in Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's that's true.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah, like against you, play. I kind of got lucky. If I don't lose the power up, I'm very consistent. But once I lose the power up or die once, I'm going to throw it away.
Yeah,
your
there
race
is
against
like
me was insane.
it's like a negative snowball.
Yeah.
Like a mistake will bring another mistake and on and on.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad I never got the power ups to do PBW, even though I only get like 1 of 10 times. but would have been cool to do in a race.
Yeah, that's a nice
Just-
one to feel to pull off.
Yeah, I just missed the jumps. Just too nervous to even pick up the power-ups. But no, GG's. I'm happy.
Nice. So, yeah, if I can inform you guys of your next opponents, we're gonna have Glitch Noodles at some point in the future. That one's gonna be really fun.
Oh boy,
Really-
again.
Yeah, I mean, you guys both consistently get like 22 4x or better. Like it's, yeah, it's gonna be a crazy race. And then Sander will be playing Pablo in Losers Round 2. And yeah, that'll also be a nice good one. 9 seed versus 11 seed, so very close PBs as well.
I believe in Sander.
Yeah, I do as well.
I mean, now your PB is actually better than his because this was seeded before you got your new PB. So
Yeah.
I mean, you're technically the forerunner.
Yeah,
Favorite.
when I'm not streaming and just sitting in my room, it's hard. It's easier to concentrate. More
Absolutely.
consistency. Yeah.
True.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Good luck to you both in your future runs. And I think that'll be all from us for now. Thank you if you watched both races. Thank you if you watched one race. And thank you to Speedgaming for letting us host this and Sigma for setting it up. And yeah, go follow all these fools. They're cool. Yeah, do that. And hope you guys have a nice day.
Yeah. Goodbye, guys and viewers. Goodbye.
Have- Hey.
Yeah, see ya.